What's up guys, Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. If you want daily crypto news, be sure to like and subscribe and let's dive right into this one. So I figured I would attempt to end 2020 with a bang, and we've almost made it an entire year without killing each other. This is going to be a super informal, one take uncut video, hopefully you enjoy my stuttering as always, talking about XRP, the company Ripple, the crypto market as a whole, and mindset. So this might not be super formal. If you guys are looking for me to address all the recent news, I'm going to be doing that in the weeks ahead. Obviously, I want to compile as much information before I start putting out my stupid opinion. So I'm going to try to really understand and even just wait for some additional news. Because yes, it is concerning. I'm an XRP holder, but as I've shared, I'm not telling you guys to buy, sell, hold XRP whatsoever. That's up to you. You know your own financial situation and what you're willing to risk. As you know, I've been accumulating for years. This is not changing my mind one bit. If anything, this is making me more certain. Now, please do not take that as hype. And obviously, there is data backing it in years of research. So I will continue to be holding my XRP. I will not be leaving you guys in the dust. I will keep making updates, whether no matter how low we go or how high we go. I'm not going to just come back when price is up. I'm going to be addressing this and at least doing my best to give my opinion. And that is just that, an opinion. I do not know everything. I do not have a crystal ball, and nobody does. So I want to show you a bunch of different looks essentially with this market and what I'm thinking. And please understand, you guys have to decide for yourselves. And before I get into this video, Aristotle, one of my favorite quotes, and I'm going to paraphrase, it takes an intelligent mind to fully entertain an idea without fully accepting it. You have to look at both sides. Because why? If you're in a dark room and you have a flashlight and you're looking at one thing, and that's what it is. You're missing everything else around you. And that's what a lot of people do with the charts. That's what a lot of people that I believe missed because they were fooled by this bull trap. All right. And I was 50-50. I was uncertain. And the higher XRP got when it was at 92 cents, I'm like, maybe I am wrong. Maybe we will not retest these levels. And we did. And I did not change my bias. It's all documented on Patreon. And there's a lot of great people in this community that stuck with me. All right. So let's kind of go over a few things. I want to show you this quick, just 5-second phrase from Alessio Rastani, a really cool guy. I do not always agree with this TA, but I watch a lot of people's TA just to kind of see what they're seeing, all right? So this is just like a 10-second clip. Listen up.
News narratives are out there. Guys, again, remember, there are two types of information. News for the masses, pretty much all the new stuff, garbage out there, fundamentals, and of course, information for the classes. So remember, information for the masses, information for the classes. And of course, we need to remember other...
All right, so question the motives, obviously. Even question my motives. That's completely fine. Be cynical, be skeptical. Fight for yourself in this market. But I just wanted to share that. He does have some TA on XRP and things. I don't necessarily agree, even with Bitcoin and his projections. I'm that guy that thinks Bitcoin will go down, and I think we're going to go sub 10K. That's just my belief, and I'm going to be scooping XRP because, yes, all those high prices still stand, but this is the final cup. And this is just my opinion, all right? You guys can disagree. It's not about who's right or wrong. I just wanted to share that. So I'm going to show you this clip really quick. This is just me on December 2nd on YouTube. If you guys saw it, that video titled Heart to Heart, if you want to watch it. XRP was at 62 cents. All right, so just listen up to this. This video clip is on 2x speed. So if you're on 2x right now, you might want to go to 1x and just listen to this quickly. I want to make, and remember, if you come to this market and you think that the market is only going up, up, and up, and all your friends think it's going up, up, and up, and all the influencers and all the news, and CNBC says up, up, and up, that's when I take some profit off the table. I'll just leave it at that, right? When everybody's bullish, I start becoming bearish. And when everybody's finally bearish, like in March, when everybody was crying, I didn't get any views on YouTube. They thought XRP was a scam because they look at price instead of researching properly. That's when I was buying. When nobody believed in the asset, when we're at 12 cents, we're at 15 cents, we're at 18 cents, that's when I'm buying in bulk, every single penny. So right now, what I'm doing is holding as much money as I can, US dollar on the side. If we moon and I'm wrong about a drop in the future, awesome, we are good. Like, we're all rich, I'm happy, you're happy. But I still feel there are targets that have not been met since my September 2nd video, and I'm just staying quiet because I'm letting things unfold. We'll see what happens. And it's not to say I'm right, or he's right, or he's right, or she's right. It doesn't matter. I'm literally here trying to help people make a difference financially as well, and hopefully inspire people to, get their financial IQ up. If I help one person, it's worth it. It's worth all the hate every single time. So I'm holding a bunch of US dollar on the side, some maybe USDC, maybe a little Tether if I have to check some other exchanges. And I want to make, and remember, all right, so as we know, we did close the gap at 1776. Everything's documented on Patreon for my supporters. I did not change my bias, even when I did question, holy crap, is this the bull run? But again, it fell through. And believe it or not, if we see XLM, just so you know, so XLM right now, it was at 13.6 last night. If we see it slip down to even 11 cents, my confirmation, or at least additional confluences for validating the trend that I'm seeing, I think that other alts may be following suit. So I still have cash on the side. I will be dollar cost averaging in XRP. That is just my personal decision. I'm willing to be wrong because I am hedged, in my opinion, because I hold long-term assets. I have enough that if we moon, I'm happy. But if we come to these prices, I will be doubling or even quadrupling my bag because I was trying to be a lot more tactical with these moves because I've been buying pumps and I'm an idiot. I learned from the March 2020 drop. So we can come right here. This is just on the daily. And before you guys get all worried at 22 cents or even a 10-cent XRP, we are at half a penny in early 2017. So stay strong, stay confident. XRP will still be around outside of the US regardless of this classification. I mean, we have plenty of upside. We are still sitting strong. And I have my target set and prepared for the worst case as we hope for the best. And that's just the way I roll. So up to you guys. If you want to entertain only the moon scenario, that is fine. But you know, I did that for the first couple years, laying in bed at night with my calculator, doing the math and just waiting for that. And I got sick of waiting and I wanted to be proactive. So that's just my personal choice. There's no right or wrong. If you are a holder in this market, congrats. I wholeheartedly believe that 90% of holders, rather than just day traders, make more money long term. I wholeheartedly believe that. All right. So I showed you the Alessio clip, and I actually want to show you a few other things, but also we're going to go back to March 2020, and I'm just calling myself out right now. So go here. I was an idiot. I was, me, Mr. Level Up, we were looking, and I was even with them. I'm like, oh, we're going to burst. We're going to go to, 50 cents. We're going to go right to, 34 cents, and we're going to take off and go to 60 cents, etc. I'm wrong. Go watch my old stuff. I encourage you guys, go to your favorite TA guru of XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it is, even the stock market for that matter, and go the first week of March 1st, all the way to like March 6th, whatever, watch what they're saying. Now, there were very few people that actually called this pump, and I'm not sure if Tori actually did call the pump, or the dump, excuse me. But as I told you, I thought we were going up. I was wrong, and I was learning from my mistakes. This is just, a very common look that we see, and Mr. Level Up addresses this many, many times, and I'm so happy that he caught it and he was allowing me to see it. All right, and you guys, there's no disputing it. You can turn on the moving averages, you can go into an hourly time frame, and you can see the same freaking thing, and it's all documented. So if you guys think it's lucky because the SEC, oh well, that's completely up to you. We can have different opinions. I have a bunch of XRP, I have a bunch of alts that I like in this list as well, so I'm not worried. All right. And also, I just encourage you guys, follow Mr. Level Up on Twitter, subscribe to his YouTube. He will be doing a live stream, I think, on January 2nd or so. And I think that this insight is very important. All right. Keep an open mind. If he's wrong, maybe it'll help you see something else. But I personally think he's going to be dead on with this analysis. All right. So everybody here, keep in mind, it's possible that everyone that was bullish could have made a mistake once. That happens to everybody. We're human. Nobody has a 100% track record. So again, even a 70% win rate in this market is great, to me at least. If I can get 70% consistently, that is amazing. And just go back and look at everybody during that first week of March. See what they were saying. Very few of them saw the drop coming. I'm an idiot. I thought we were going to go to 60 cents. So I'm trying to learn and not get fooled twice like a lot of people. And that's just one thing that I'm working on, all right? Far from perfect. So we'll keep going here. I want to show you a few interesting clips. So this is shared by Real XRP Boy, XRP Enthusiast, and Stephen Bolt. So this is an old clip. I have shared this before. This is Chris Larson, Executive Chairman of Ripple. And he just goes on to say, and I'm not even going to share the clip, I'm just going to give a synopsis. The big four currencies in the world, guys, the Japanese yen, the euro, the US dollar, and the renminbi will become stronger because of digital assets. And I guess people that understand liquidity, you understand the efficiency of money, you understand Jevons paradox, you guys get it. When there's obviously an increase in efficiency, the paradox in economics is that demand increases, sometimes even tenfold. And that is what I'm betting and believing. All right. So you guys can have your, conspiracies, but I'm still basing a lot of things on my fundamentals. And if you think that this is a conspiracy of me going, Bitcoin can go to 10K, well, stick around for this video. You guys can call it a conspiracy, but something that you don't understand and don't entertain is not always a conspiracy. Sometimes the most closed-minded people will call it that. All right? Right here. So we got Matt 1D. So in my opinion, it's only a matter of time until the SEC goes after Tether. That lawsuit is 1,000 times bigger than Ripple. Ripple's lawsuit, 1.3 billion. Tether is 1.4 trillion. That is the elephant in the room that people are sleeping on. And the typical Bitcoin maxi is attacking XRP, and I believe that they're in for a rude awakening. So we will simply watch this play out. I think 2021 will be a year for surprises. And if you disagree with me, that is completely fine. But when and if Bitcoin goes under 10K, or even if you see like a 30% down candle in the coming weeks with Bitcoin, that won't take it to 10K, obviously not yet, you might want to come back to this channel and stay up to date with this. And all I'm saying is you can disagree and say, oh, Bitcoin's going to 50K, Dow Jones is going to 50,000 points. All right. Well, just remember that we're entertaining this side as a possibility. So SEC has already proven that they are willing to harm retail investors like the XRP community, absolutely. And a Tether lawsuit would be orders of magnitudes higher. Now, this is not just me, having conspiracies. There's a lot of smart people in this community picking up on this, and we've been saying this for a long time, and now there's just getting more and more evidence. So listen up to this, all right? Right here, this is not a conspiracy. This is a big thread that I left because I know there's going to be people that call it a conspiracy and call us lucky. How did you see Bitcoin going under 10K? That didn't go with TA. Yeah, it didn't go with your TA. There's other technical analysis that's available out there, all right? So I encourage you guys to read through this. Again, Jamie right here. Make no mistake, the day that Tether gets taken down will be apocalyptic. Crypto markets will seize. Exchanges will be thrown into disarray. Millions of traders will likely have their assets frozen, and prices everywhere will plummet. It will be pronounced yet another death for Bitcoin. So I don't know about the death for Bitcoin, but what I'm saying is this is not a conspiracy of the possibility of exchanges halting because of Tether, as I've shown you like 1,000 times in this channel, and I'm going to look like an idiot until it happens. Tether. The volume, 67 billion. And there's people that go, ooh, Tether volume's up today. You guys realize this is just like quantitative easing? This is no different than the Federal Reserve that we critique. All right? And it's more volume than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah, what happens when this on-ramp is, frozen, or when they're going after everything you saw? What was it? The stable coins now are being put under scrutiny. So Tether's being put under scrutiny. My advice, and a lot of people's advice, because I'm not taking credit for this, is get out of Tether for long-term holdings. Yes, sometimes I have to use it if I can't use the US dollar or USDC, the USD coin, but please be safe, guys. Do not, hold $100,000 in side money in Tether. Do not, all right? So, wanted to share that. Let me see if there was something else I wanted to share. So, right here. So, this is Crypto Whale that made this document. And he is a very smart gentleman. So you don't have to agree with me. Go follow Crypto Whale. Go follow Tori on Twitter, and you guys decide. Look at the information available to you. Tether, printing fake dollars. You can look at the printing. So this green is when they print. Bull run. What happens when they stop printing in this purple pink? Decline, retracement, closes CME gaps. All right, we print again. Bull run. Stops, boom, and each one's followed by a 30% to even, an 80% market drop. So this is just additional data. It's not a conspiracy like everybody says it is. All right. See another drop. Now what happened? We pumped, consolidated, pumped, consolidated. And then we have this big one. And it looks like Tether will be stop printing soon. And if you guys understand the hierarchy and the company behind it and China's involvement, yeah, maybe we're not so crazy after all. And I think hopefully a lot of people that view this channel, I hope you guys don't think I'm just some nut job or lunatic. But hey, at the end of the day, I'm going to be a rich nut job and lunatic, and I've done very well thus far. So I wanted to go over that. XRP Darren, again, this dude is just like, literally, to me, he's just a genius. He has his conspiracies, but hey, even if a little bit of that happens, yikes. So Tether doesn't have dollars backing the US dollar. Tether, there's nothing backing it, just like the US dollar. There's no, gold standard anymore. They artificially create Tether without the reserve, and then they buy Bitcoin, artificially inflating it. It was so good, I just had to retweet it, just short and sweet. We have XRP Bully, Tether's chain of ownership. Look at this. I encourage you guys to look at this. I did retweet it. You can follow the XRP Bully on Twitter as well. So a lot of people weren't aware of this. The CCP, guys, please just look into this. Same concept. The CCP, even their involvement behind Bitcoin. I'm not telling people to buy Bitcoin, all right? Now, Bitcoin going up, yes, that's good. It will pull all alts up in the market to a certain degree. But I still think that there's just one more cup. And I think that this was potentially the most savage bull trap that's ever been pulled, honestly. So you guys can disagree. You can stop watching my channel. That is completely fine. But if you see XLM coming to 11 cents in the coming weeks, if you see other assets like ADA coming down a little bit from that 19-cent mark, or I'd say maybe go back to like 15 cents, might want to come back and check in on what we're actually talking about, because a lot of people unsubscribed and unfollowed Mr. Level Up. We're at 92 cents and they all called him an idiot. I was watching the name calling from children, grown men, and now everyone's coming back because they didn't entertain both sides. I watch YouTube videos that crap on XRP. I watch Bitcoin maxis. I watch even smart gentlemen like Alex Saunders, who's friends with Sam I.M. He does not think XRP is going to be around. He loves Ethereum, and I love Ethereum too because I have a brain. But I watch these guys and I watch all of their talking points against every asset that I own, and then I come to my own decision. And it does not even sway mine because I have additional data that they do not. So again, teach their own, guys. Not everybody's meant to see it. We'll keep going. So Crypto Whale right here, guys. And this is just a synopsis. Hopefully he doesn't mind I'm sharing his stuff. A really smart guy. So the day Tether is shut down, and please follow Crypto Whale on Twitter, Bitcoin and alts will most likely nosedive. So I know we're talking in facts like this will happen. So nothing is guaranteed. I understand that. But I believe this, so does he. You don't have to, but I'm just putting this out there. The day Tether shut down, Bitcoin and alts will nosedive. Exchanges will freeze assets. Millions will try to sell, yes. And it's fake money, guys. Transactional gridlock, what a good word. And fear will consume the markets. It will be a bloodbath for the crypto markets, and sadly, not many people are prepared. And we've talked about this. Even Patreon supporters, we're aware of this. We have targets in mind when this happens. People say that's impossible. Kevin, you're an idiot. XRP can never go there. ADA can never go there. VeChain can never go there. They're going to go to the moon because Bitcoin's here and it already broke this weekly. No, I'm not falling for that. There's something else going on, all right? And you guys can keep calling people lucky, but the harder I work, the luckier I get. Right here, also just for fun, I actually think, Bitcoin, it's very interesting. What if the Bitcoin value around the same time, and this is just a random rant because I want to put it out there. So we're at 28,600. I know we're at 29,000 last night. What if Bitcoin and then the DJI, the Dow Jones, the points, 30,400, eventually match around the same day? That would be crazy. All I'm predicting, I don't know where Bitcoin's top is. Is it 30K? Who knows? I just think that the top is coming imminently, and I think that there's going to be some regulations, there's going to be, security threats, something big is happening, and this is just my thought on the market. Why? It's not a conspiracy, because I already said the data, I shared it on Patreon, I shared some data and showed them why I see this, this, and this, and now I'm theorizing the cause of it, because people are going to call us lucky, and XRP, they're going to say, oh, it's the SEC. I literally posted, and when we were at like 45 cents, because I already saw us breaking the trend, I'm like, I'm going to buy XRP under 20 cents. I'm prepared for it. You guys can call me an idiot. And yeah, I was called an idiot even at 60 cents and when all that, and I have my money on the side as I've explained. It's just part of the game, guys. You're going to get criticized no matter what you do. All right. Right here, guys, Anders L, X_Anderson, smart guy, definite follow on Twitter. I would suggest to wait for Ripple, the company's response to the allegations before drawing any conclusions. So I'm trying to wait. Yes, I want to speculate. I want to talk about it. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, am I angry at the Ripple executives? Am I happy with them? Is it just how business works and they had to actually do this? Because there's a lot of people in the XRP community, they don't understand business, or they don't even understand trading for that matter. All right? Right here, I'll say this. Ripple and XRP are supported by all central banks, the Bank of International Settlements, which is the central bank of central banks, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank. And World Bank, by the way, has praised XRapid, which is XRP back in the day. That was the software name. And they praised it years ago, calling it innovative technology. The World Economic Forum with Brad Garlinghouse, Catherine Coley, Danelle Dixon, CEO of Stellar. All of these people are on this, all right? So I am here for a return on my investment in sound technology, and I will not be shaken out by this. You guys can do what is best for you. If, you sell, that is completely fine. I respect you, but I am not going anywhere. They are fought by Wall Street mega banks that like to continue to extract fees from the Nostra Vostra accounts, these pre-funded accounts around the globe, and a leech on the world economy. Again, intermediaries, middlemen are the leeches. Now, middlemen served a place. Of course, they eventually, if you guys know the history in the medieval times, I should say, middlemen kind of were becoming a thing, and they added value to the marketplace. But now, with automation, with smart contracts, with DLT overall, we can reduce the 14 intermediaries in the payment system and reduce it potentially to peer-to-peer, or maybe just, 3 hops, things of that nature. So I don't know how people don't see it. This technology is and will change the world in a massive way. And just remember that those of us here have been seeing this all along. It's just taking longer than we wanted. All right, I want to show you this clip too really quick. So Real XRP Boy sharing this. This is an old clip of Alex Cobb on YouTube. Definitely subscribe. And he's sharing Bob Way, one of the first employees of Ripple, when he was talking with us early on. And he's kind of been a lot more quiet lately. I do not blame him whatsoever. And I want you to hear what he's talking about and speculating with XRP being a security. Is XRP going to be called a security, or are they going to simply just fine, the people that were selling it for security-like sales? There's a big difference in that. Yet the average guy that just got into XRP 6 months ago doesn't, they're not familiar with the Howey test. They're not familiar with this. And, us, Alex Cobb, a lot of people have been preparing and informing ourselves. I'm talking 40 hours a week for 3 years. So yeah, I'm fine, but please do your own research. Listen up to this.
Legal standard for what is a security. And
that's the Howey test you're talking about?
Howey test, exactly, the Howey test. And so even if
See, Alex knew.
everybody agreed
This kid's smarter than most of you adults.
that XRP wasn't a security, it's just like Bitcoin, it's just like Ether, and everybody can buy it and sell it, participate in it. There is another argument that could be made that people, and I'm not even going to name Ripple in this, but other people could be selling XRP
My ears.
as a security in a way that clearly, and I'm not even going to name Ripple in this, but other people could be selling XRP as a security in a way that clearly is in line with the Howey test. If
Did he know all along? Oh wait, that's a conspiracy. Sorry, I'm going to get yelled at for that.
you say, hey, I'm selling this thing, whether it's Bitcoin or Litecoin or XRP, whether I'm Ripple or whether I'm anybody else, and I'm promising you this is an investment and it's going to go up and it's the greatest thing and you're going to make money based on other people's effort. I'm in violation of the laws that are on selling securities. And that's independent of whether the thing I'm selling is a security. I could be selling oranges. And
Maybe doing gold or silver, right?
So yeah, before you newcomers start saying things, just understand that there's years of these interviews, information that is coming to mind when people are asking us questions. So it's not like I just see an article and it says Jed, Chris, or Brad is dumping XRP, and then I'm automatically fuming like you guys. No, that's not the way I'm operating. I'm trying to think and understand. Yes, there's certain things that could not be right, but overall, I'm looking at the technology, the fundamentals, and the ecosystem. Right here, Crypto Whale. This is just to preface things and just kind of keep people safe with all the scams going on. Please be safe. I'm not trying to promote fear. I'm trying to promote the idea of looking and entertaining both sides. Right here, Crypto Whale. Corrupt cryptocurrency exchanges, and I'm not naming any, will commonly use the word hack as an excuse for stealing investors' funds. And don't believe me, it has happened many times before in this unregulated market. I won't be surprised if some big crypto exchanges see massive fake hacks in 2021 as regulators begin cracking down on their illegal activities. And yep, also another conspiracy, I personally believe that the Ledger breach was a little deliberate and very well timed with the FinCEN regulations and Mnuchin's actions. But I'm sure everybody that takes the news for the masses doesn't really think like that, but that's fine. That is just the way I'm seeing it, and yes, I could be wrong. Now we got Spring Peeper XRP, smart guy, and we've said this before, and that's why you diversify investments, even asset classes. Exchanges, banks, on-ramps have different emails, have different passwords that you change, have good malware, utilize VPNs when you need to. Don't use Wi-Fi, obviously, unless you have a VPN, you're fine. I personally understand because even with the cell signal, it's a lot more secure than Wi-Fi. There's a lot of little best practices you can do in terms of, cybersecurity or anything. And yeah, it can involve a lot of work. You can get, a YubiKey. I always forget the name. Whatever you want. So decide for yourselves. The information is out there and we're all learning together. Right here, Crypto Penny Co. And this literally just so well, I just wanted to share this. Everyone who is invested in legitimate, utility-driven crypto projects should be rooting for the company Ripple to come out of this SEC storm with final regulatory clarity for the entire crypto space once and for all. As we said yesterday, a win for Ripple and XRP in this is a win for all other assets and alts. This is a win for all of your favorite altcoins, guys. And people that are throwing dirt at XRP, I think it's going to be very comical in the months ahead because I still believe, and you guys can call it confirmation bias because I hold a lot of XRP, I hold a lot of alts, believe it or not. And I still believe I'm waiting for targets for ADA, for QNT, for HBAR, for a lot of these assets. And you guys, there's, 20-year-old kids that tell me they can't go any lower, Bitcoin's this high. All right, well, guys, if you haven't noticed, utility is not yet here 100%. It is largely speculative, and I'm a lot pickier than most. So we will simply see, and that's what I'm preparing for. All right, now I wanted to show this. Let me see if there's anything here. Nope, I want to show this. Now take this with a grain of salt. This is a very interesting patent by Thalberthar, and then we're going to call it a day. Hopefully, those of you that stuck around find this very interesting, and credit to Crypto Life for finding this one. So this is going to be speculating. Put your tinfoil hat on. I'm just showing some connections. You guys decide for yourselves. I'm not going to rush by and buy XRP after this. I'm holding my holdings and waiting. So right here. This is something that came to mind after reading this patent, and we will go through it. Thalberthar, and again, Crypto Life, as you can see right here, Crypto L080841197. So thank you for this find. And so I'm going to go over this first. This is the old quotes of Ashish Birla, and again, GM of RippleNet, and he's talking about this years ago, and this is what I remember, so I just looked it up, and again, you guys can find this. We looked early on into India, one of the BRICS nations, unbanked, underbanked populations. We're talking billions. And he went on to say, huge market. How do you get 2 billion people onto Ripple, meaning RippleNet, the entire network of participants that, of course, can use the XRP ledger? Do you give the currency away to every Indian? That's like 2 billion. Just give it away. And then we see right here. But then we realized if you get the top 3 banks in India onto Ripple, you get 80% of the market share. For those of you that have read 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, a great book that I read years ago, it is about Pareto's Law, the 80-20 principle. Very powerful stuff, and I think it applies perfectly to even chipping away at the pie of Swift with their 10,000 plus clients. If you get the top 20% that handle, funny enough, probably 80% of the global volume. So that is what I'm seeing. Now, and this is years ago, so this is what I'm considering every time I see Ripple's conquest, and I think that things are not what they seem when they're valued at $10 billion in 2018, yet people will take, the news for the masses, and that's fine, but I will not be doing that. We have approximately 50% of the market, 50% of the entire market in India, guys. So we have 2 billion people there, that's 1 billion, FYI. Either integrated onto Ripple or in the deal, in the pipeline. So yeah, I'm quite bullish. This is obviously a BRICS nation, and yes, Brazil is involved in this. As we know, they were just meeting with the central bank in the summer, and it was all hush-hush right here. And guess what? We're going to take that back to Wells Fargo, a behemoth. You may have heard of them. And we're going to say there's not a better way to send into India than Ripple. Now he's talking about network effects. We can do that in India. We can do that in Brazil. They have their plan. There's roadmaps. These people are not just going, winging this. And it's a private company. I'm surprised with how transparent they've been to us everyday people and all these annoying Twitter people. Right here. Since closing its first deals in India, Birla says Ripple has scaled dramatically and is now closing more than 1 deal a week worldwide. Smart decision. Facebook, 3 or 4 years, blah, 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 blah. All right. So Facebook went public in 3 or 4 years, and I just pay close attention to all of this. All right. So now let's go over this. This patent, as we just mentioned Wells Fargo, right? He said, we're going to go to Wells Fargo and say, there's no better way to send payments into India than RippleNet, essentially forcing Wells Fargo to choose the cheapest path. That's what customers are going to do. And why would Wells Fargo do that? Because their competitors are going to do it. And if they want to stay relevant, they're going to. Some places are, 10%. We already saw the gentleman from, I'm blanking on his name, RippleNet. I showed the quote a couple days ago. Went from 10% like Western Union. RippleNet did it in 2%. So this is not a conspiracy. This is saving everyday people money. This updated 12/29/2020 Wells Fargo patent. We can see, you guys can look it all up if you'd like. I highly recommend doing so and deciding for yourselves. Now, we do not know if this is Ripple, XRP Ledger involved whatsoever, but I'm showing cross-border payments via distributed ledger-based payment rails. Interesting. Now remember, governments, they don't innovate, they adopt from the private sector. Right here, Wells Fargo is signed. The systems and method related to a distributed ledger currency rail are provided. Go listen to David Schwartz, guys, in 2014, 2015. It will blow your mind. Node on a permissioned distributed ledger network. Interesting. So we have permissioned and permissionless as well. And systems, well, permissionless overall, guys. You understand they can bridge. And systems and methods for cross-border payments via distributed ledger-based payment rail. So we're going to kind of speed through this. I encourage you guys to look at this. Thalberthar going on, talking about coexistence and interoperability between the existing rails for cross-border payments. Wow, this eliminates the need for utilizing the SWIFT messages and other payment rails, for example, FedWire, to facilitate cross-border payments. Okay, let's keep going, guys. I did retweet this as well, and it's Thal Rithar. You can find all of this and then look up the patent yourself and have this available. So, messages are routed to a single ledger, DLT. Both sender and receiver need to be a member of the DLT network, hence it is obviously a permission network. We can see here trade finance applicable, Trough, R3's Corda platform involving smart contracts. The DLT platform, number 206, is implemented on the R3 Corda platform. As we know, Corda can settle with XRP. It is largely agnostic. R3 is, of course, partially owned, or at least SBI is a large shareholder of R3 and Ripple. Again, Ripple, remittance initially. They want to be the Amazon of the payments in the future. They're focusing on one vertical at a time. R3, capital markets, trade finance. That is the big boy money, the Lehman Brothers, the boys of Wall Street. And I believe that they will be highly, highly involved. As we know, NASDAQ and R3 are already partnered and working on additional things as of what? Last year, 2 years ago? So keep that in mind. And yes, I know someone emailed me. I'm forgetting your names, but thank you for sending it my way. We do know that we see the liquidity index or the indices on NASDAQ. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and they've been there for quite some time. But I just think that there's a bigger plan for all of these digital assets, and I do not think this is coincidental. All right? The notary makes sure the transaction is obviously finalized with finality. Some or all of take place right here in the number or the network. So highly recommend just looking at this. And then one of the schematics of the patent. So we can see, let me turn my head to read this, digital or internal distributed ledger network. So very interesting. If you guys remember Bank of America's patents with DLT as well, very interesting. And yes, Bank of America is 100% part of a RippleNet. In fact, they were one of the founding members back in 2016 for the Global Payment Steering Group, which is RippleNet. So to no surprise, are they using XRP today? It does not seem so, but we do know that they were using XCurrent at Ripple Swell literally like 2 months ago, and they were showing that documented. So that is not conspiracy. We have a lot of participants, and yes, we are still in the hopes that we can get out of these regulatory hurdles with clarity. Now, if you guys get anything from this video, I hope you did find this video clip of Alex Cobb and Bob Way of Ripple, if you guys want to look him up. Pretty insightful. And I don't want to draw conclusions or dot connect too much like always, but it is something to consider. So we're going to see. I think that we are in for a very rocky few weeks, even a couple months ahead. And I think that it's still going to be worth it. If you guys sell, you have my empathy. There's nothing wrong with that. Do what is best for you. But I did not come this far to only come this far. And hopefully you enjoyed. Be sure to like, share, and hopefully you all have a happy new year.